Hello there, today I'm going to show you how to tie a Woofter booby. You'll notice that I've put a needle into the vise because first of all I'm going to take you through how I pre-prepare my eyes for all my boobies. I'm going to be using white uni thread in 6/0 and today I'm using a pre-cut cylinder, a pink one, for the eyes. Some people can get two eyes out of this. I tend to only manage the one. So dress the cylinder up to the tube, catch a couple of loose wraps in just to get you started, and then just tighten up. Not too tight, you don't want to split the tube in half with your thread. So if you're heavy handed, go canny. And I finish that off with a couple of half hitches. Oops, that's gone straight. Right, there we go. So there's one, and one more for luck. Secure it off, trim your threads away, and then you can remove your cylinder and you should be left with something similar to that. Next thing I'm going to do then is, using just an old pair of snips, is just round off my eyes. So I'm going to cut away my waist there, cut away my waist on the other side, which leaves me with this. It's still not quite there. All I'm going to do now is rotate the cylinder in my fingers and just take off the edge like so. Just do the other side. Now I've had to do that sort of down by where the camera is. It's quite difficult really, but once you're done you should have something similar to that, and that's your booby eyes ready to go on the fly once you've constructed the main part. Okay, so we've got our booby eyes pre-tied, ready to go on the fly, and as I said before, we're using the white uni thread. I'm going to cast a wrap of that onto the shank of the hook. I'll just cut away my waist here, and I'll bring it down to in line more or less with my barb. We're just going to use some white marabou for the tail. I'll take about a thumb's width worth of the marabou. I'm going to dress it up to the hook because I want to use the ends as much as possible, so I can discard all this bit here. Lay that on the shank, and I've dressed the marabou up to about 1/8 of an inch before the eye of the hook, which you can see, and I'm going to come back in touching turns to where my barb is. Now that's still a little long, so I'm going to come in with my thumb and forefinger, holding the marabou tightly, and just pinch away. If I slip there a bit. So that's fine and well. Now for the rib of this fly, I'm going to use this green straggle fritz. It's got some silver flecks through it. It's nice stuff. I think the original tie actually was just green straggle fritz, but variety is the spice of life, they say. So I'm going to try some of this, and well, I have tried this actually, and it works a treat. So catch that in, and just make sure you get it in as as fast as you can. Not as fast as you can. I'm just catching all the edges. Now with this stuff, what I like to do is every single time I wrap round one, lick my thumb and forefinger, bring everything back, and then proceed in the same manner up the shank of the hook. Thumb and forefinger, bring it back, try and get as many fibres going back towards the bend of the hook as you can. Like so. I'm putting this on fairly tightly because I know that it's quite heavily bodied straggle this, and I want to have it as flat as I can really, to create quite a slim body. And just while I'm finishing tying this bit in here, there are other methods of doing your booby eyes, and you can buy big plastisol blocks and pre-cut your own. I do a bit of both actually, but I find the tubes that you can buy in packets are just convenient. Now I'm just going to pull everything back and give the front of that a little tidy, like so. And then I'm going to bring my overwing in, which is again I'm just going to use white marabou. Some people use baby pink, and for this fly I like to use a bit more marabou than I would usually, so I've taken quite a good pinch off, and again I want to use as much of the tail end. The swords give much more movement, so I'm going to just, that's about right, bring it all back, trim away, just trimming away my excess off camera, and I'm going to just give the marabou a little lick at the front end, and you can see that just makes it all tidy. Then I can come in with my snips and just tidy that right up. Once I've done that, I can catch in my overwing, like so, and that's well in there now. And again, all I'm going to do is catch it in with my thumb and forefinger and trim up any waste there. Now to help me, I'm just going to give my thumb and forefinger a good lick, and I want to get everything to go back word to the fly, because I don't want anything to catch, any of the materials to catch in when I secure the booby eyes. Now normally I would turn the vise towards me now and then catch the booby eye in with the fly facing me, but that's not really workable while I'm doing it on video, so we're just going to have to make do with doing it for the side. Now I've got that quite secured, you can see it's starting to take shape. Now just to finish off, I'm going to add a small bit of glister dub. This is the peach. You can use any of it really, you're using so little I don't think it really matters, but the idea of this is that you're just putting a strong base for the super glue that I'm going to douse this in to get to grips with. So twice that way, twice the other way, and then I'm going to simply finish up with a couple of half hitches in the front of the fly. Like so. And then all you need to do is, I just use the Loctite glue. You can buy these for the cheap shops, they're £1 a bottle. I know there's glue specifically made for tying flies, but you seem to pay a premium for them. I don't know why. I'm sure they're just the same super glue as I'm using, but there you go. Okay, you've got to give that 30 seconds or so to set, but once it's in there, because I've used a glister dub, in between the eyes, it soaks in and it becomes quite solid, which makes this a very robust fly, and so when the trout start hitting it, it will certainly last you your 8 fish limit. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.